I'm addicted to Walkabout Mini Golf, but can it get even better with the VR Golf Grip? What about Golf Plus? We'll find out coming up. So I'm not much of a golfer in real life, but I kind of fancy myself a fairly decent VR mini golf player. And anytime I get into a particular VR game, I like to try peripherals that could make it even better. So my Walkabout Mini Golf obsession has led me to the ProGrip Golf by HelloReal. The ProGrip Golf is an attachment for your Quest control that turns into a virtual golf club. It works best in games that have accommodations for it and similar accessories, but you can make it work in games that don't. Let's take a look at what's in the box and how to attach it to your Quest controller. All right, so there wasn't too much in the box, so we're gonna make this really quick. Got the HelloReal ProGrip, of course. You have a lanyard in case you lost your own lanyard, and that will come back into play here in just a bit. You've got a couple stickers, which are kind of fun. You've got a thank you card that's got some instructions and QR codes to go to their site and look at some products. And of course you have the instructions. Now on the back of the instructions, you have some safety tips. These are great. Whoever did this over at HelloReal, you're amazing, and please keep doing you. So we're gonna put these aside, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab the right controller. Now on the ProGrip, you can get a universal one, or you can get one that's left or for right. I got the universal. So what we're gonna do here is, since I already have this lanyard, I won't need this one, but in case you lost it, they've provided this. And that comes into play that when you go ahead and install the controller on top of the ProGrip, there are two notches here. The first notch is this round one, and that's if you have the Oculus lanyard already. The other one is gonna be the square one, which you'll use if you use the provided lanyard. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna find this hole here. That's where our lanyard's gonna go. And there's a notch, a very small notch, just next to that. We're gonna move whichever of the two lanyard styles we have. Indicator for that, in this case, I have the Oculus Quest lanyard installed. We're gonna line it up for the notch. And I'm gonna take my right controller. You can take left or right, whichever one you have, if it's the universal. Otherwise, make sure you use the proper controller. I'm gonna find the flat side. Got it, flat side's right there. I'm gonna make sure that there is no space in between the top of the shaft and the bottom of the controller. I'm gonna feed this through by pulling down, and I'm going to then feed through these two notches right there. So I have no space there, it's coming along, goes straight down, I'm pulling down. You can see it's threaded through right there. And now I'm just gonna keep my thumb right here and I'm gonna turn. You have a nice spring in there, keeps it all together. And now that's it. It's not going anywhere. Now it can loosen up while you're playing, and if so, you just kind of twist it again, tighten it up. Now to take it apart, you pull down, you can see there's that spring action there, and I'm going to turn to the right. In fact, I'm going to turn the entire controller. You can see it falls right out. So in all of my play thus far, I've had no issues with this coming out whatsoever. It might move a couple millimeters, and I can always tighten it back up with this. Other than that, it has been a great controller. To see how well it works, I thought it may be best to have someone with a bit more real-world golf experience to put it through its paces.
Hey, my name is Richard, and I'm Greg's neighbor's Simon's friend.
All right, so take that. How does that feel to you?
It feels pretty solid. I can tell it's 3D printed, all of it. Feels like an actual club, short of a soft grip.
Yeah. Does it feel like it's going to fall apart at all?
No, definitely not.
Here is a controller.
Okay.
Here are the instructions.
Okay. Yeah.
Lightly swing it towards the ground. Feels like it's coming loose a little bit, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll show you here. Good. Now see if that feels a little bit better attached.
Yeah, it is. Yes, I do. I try to play two times a week in the spring and summer. I have an Oculus. I've played Walkabout and Golf Plus. I would say yes, it's a lot more realistic than I actually expected. I have not. This is the first time I'm getting my hands on, but it feels pretty nice. I think it could improve it because it feels a lot more realistic than just holding the standard remote control.
And back up a little bit, go to your left.
Whoa, did you download these putters?
I earned them all.
Oh, what? I like this one.
Are they somewhat aligned?
They are. It's just a lot lower.
Walkabout Mini Golf doesn't support these type of controllers.
Ah, okay. Putter length actually adjusted itself to accommodate for the actual grip I have. It just appears that the glove is a little lower to the ground. Not really much of an effect on gameplay, I would assume. And that would be true. Actually, subconsciously, I already imagined actually holding a putter, which with the regular controller itself is a little hard to do. But having the actual long grip makes it feel a lot more like a real putter. It feels easier to align it. This one is 3D printed. I'm used to a soft rubber. However, it still does mimic the putter look, feel, and motion pretty well. So when I play with the regular controller, I'm used to having on my right thumb the joystick, which allows me to teleport myself across the course and rotate myself. However, when I have the club as the grip, I'm not able to reach, so I have to help myself with the left hand, which is not a problem. I feel like I'm hitting the ball a little harder than normally because there's a little bit more heft to it, which is actually pretty nice. That was terrible. It's just a little bit of a visual change to get used to. Normally my glove would sit about my belt height, but right now, at least visually in the VR, my glove is sitting at my right knee. Still rocking those pars though.
The next one I'm going to do is Golf Plus.
Okay. Actually, it was my parents that got me into golfing. I brought the VR headset with me to check over Christmas. And unfortunately at the time I only had Walkabout. Now that I downloaded Golf Plus myself, I wish I had that already. With this gadget, I think is going to be pretty realistic and awesome to try. So am I playing a pro putt?
I want you to drive.
Okay.
Like the driving range.
Top Golf full swing, right?
Is it aligned with your putter?
It's pretty much where where I feel like my hands should be.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so I think it adjusted pretty well.
So, if you're leaning over a lot.
Am I? That's my normal golf position. Okay, so we want to change to actual driving, right? Okay. So this is my normal position, and it feels like the grip is actually aligned with the grip in the game. So I can tell with this one, with the actual full swing, the controller does have a tendency of wanting to pop out. So probably adjusting it before a couple of swings would help. It does allow me to put a little bit more heft to my swing when I'm just playing with the controller. It's not really conducive to a full swing. However, holding on to the grip really does feel like I'm holding on to a driver, minus the actual club weight. When playing with just the controller, my accuracy seems to be pretty similar to what it is now. However, it might be getting a little bit better. Actually, it is helping my accuracy a little bit. It just takes a little adjusting to. Distance-wise, pretty comparable to what my actual distance is in the game with just a regular controller. And now I'm realizing that maybe it is a good thing that the grip is not rubberized, rather it's a little bit of a rougher plastic because it allows me to get a better grip even with my hands sweating. Chunked it. Yeah, it's a little too real. I chunk it frequently, so this feels right at home. With this one, especially that the game is able to adjust the actual club length, or the fact that I'm not holding on to the actual remote, makes it a lot more realistic. In the Walkabout, it is doable, but there is that visual difference of where my hand in the game actually is versus where my hand is in real life. It enhances the VR feeling and makes it feel pretty realistic. Do you care if I try the Pro Putt in this?
Do it, man.
Putter. Custom adjustment. Okay, so the adjustment of the... okay, that's pretty simple. If you hold the trigger, the putter itself stops moving. So then what you need to do is align the right hand controller onto the grip. That is better. It does feel pretty authentic. Turn. Oh, missed it. So one thing I'm noticing that would be nice to have is some sort of a trigger replacement, because a lot of these games are operated on the principle of hitting the trigger, which I can't reach. I guess I can if I don't have the loop on. So adjusting the club for the gadget itself does help with the alignment. And it does translate the feeling of an actual putter.
All right, so go ahead and take the headset off.
Okay. I think it did, especially in the games that include drivers and longer clubs. Made it feel more realistic. However, it wasn't as beneficial for the putting style games. With Walkabout not allowing you to do that makes it a little harder. Not impossible, it's still enjoyable, it still feels authentic, but not as much as Topgolf did. I think I would, having tried it. I think before making a purchase, I would like to compare what's out there to offer. Tough to say. It does look 3D printed, so it looks like it was somebody's custom design. I would guess somewhere in the $40 to $65 range. I think one thing that I would probably want is a little bit of customizability, maybe ability to actually slip your own grip over the plastic one. I probably would. I think it's a fun one to try. Would I pay $40 for this for just Walkabout? Probably not. However, if you have multiple games, again, much like the Topgolf and the driving range games, it is a fun investment to try.
Cool, thank you.
Yep. Do you have a wipe for this?
I loved Richard's thoughts on the HelloReal ProGrip, but I thought I could get another quick take from someone who has a lot of experience on the greens. So I asked my dad. So overall, what are your impressions?
Oh, it's not bad. I'll tell you, it feels more like a putter.
Yeah?
I feel as though I can use the same type of stroke I use on the golf course.
Yeah.
Which is more consistent with how I normally play golf. I seem to hit it straighter. It seems to go in the direction I want to go.
Did the VR golf controller grip enhance your VR golfing experience over playing with the native Quest controllers?
I believe so.
How would you rate the controller's usability in Walkabout Mini Golf?
It's still a little confusing as to where the A button and the B button is.
Yeah. As much as we play, would you consider buying one?
Yes. Better than me trying to have to build something myself.
Sure.
To integrate it, the controller into a shaft.
And you had no problem getting it adhered and connected, like the controller into the coupler?
Not really. I don't think the instructions, they could have been improved.
Yep.
But if you had to read them carefully, once you did that, then it was fine. But I was able to figure it out and make it work.
Sure. Good. Well, you're a smart guy, so it worked in your favor.
Well, I don't know about that, but I agree. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you for helping with that.
You're welcome. Thank you for playing golf with me today.
Thank you so much to both Richard and my dad. I truly think anyone who enjoys golf in the Quest should give this or one of the other VR golf accessories a shot. They truly increase the level of immersion in your game. And for a cost of $40, I can sincerely recommend the HelloReal ProGrip to anyone looking to get more out of their virtual golf game. You can find me here or on Twitter at the links below. I sincerely appreciate each and every single one of you. Do me a favor and tell your friends, tell your family, tell your coworkers, and let them know how much you love VR, and then tell them to check out King of Nerds right here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all next week.